Thank you. As Andre, let me do the proper introduction. This young lady is very, very near and dear to what we do in the township of Irvington. And she's a young lady, but she's been in the trenches for at least 15 to 20 of those years that Levy Jones and I talk about. She represents to us that continuity of leadership, generational leadership, and I could think of no one other to really be our hostess this evening. We have Hunter Hayes, who is a dear friend and outstanding performance that he's going to give us tonight as we come in. But there are a number of elected officials. This is election time. I have a whole freeholder board that has to make it around to different areas, and particularly these council people at large. Honored to see our freeholder staff and for our freeholders to stop by. And we certainly want to give them the opportunity to say a few words before they have to leave out. But we have some honorees here that you will be touched by, people that are points of light in our community. And we're going to have a good time. We're going to, Hunter is not the type of musician that's played, but he makes you want to dance. So we're going to do a little of that tonight too. But I'm going to bring back to carry us through this evening's program, the Honorable Andrea McElroy.
Thank you, Mr. Freeholder. And as the Freeholder said, I have been working for the community for 20 years, and I'm only 25, so I started really, really early. Next, I'd like to bring up another freeholder. And for some words, actually, I'm going to bring up two of them at the same time. Freeholder Computer and Freeholder Seabold. They too have some remarks about our standard bearer, but we understand that they have rounds to make, and we want them to go out and do that because they're supporting the entire Line A ticket, as all of us are, because we're going to be voting Line A,
All the way.
Line A,
All the way.
Line A.
All the way.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It is really wonderful to be here tonight. And the reason it's wonderful is that I am here to honor D.Bilal Beasley. I have to tell you something about him that no one has mentioned. He happens to be the nicest, the sweetest man that I can think of. Right? Right, Paul? He is just wonderful. And I have served on the freeholder board with him since he first became a freeholder, and I truly care a great deal about him, and I know he cares about all of you. He cares about his district, he cares about Irvington, and we can always be sure on the freeholder board that when something comes up that he knows that he can do the best for all of you, he will do it. So it is truly an honor to be here in honor of D.Bilal Beasley. And now, Freeholder Ralph Caputo.
Thank you, Pat. First of all, I want you to know it's a special honor to represent the people of Irvington in the New Jersey legislature. And one of the reasons why I got to the legislature is because of our chairman, Phil Thickman, and also my very good friend, Bilal Beasley. So I have a great deal of respect for these individuals that were very supportive of us, Cleo Tucker and myself, on a number of occasions. That's why we have the privilege to represent you all. And the other thing is our friend Bilal Beasley, who used to sit next to me until Pat stole his seat, and we were able to talk about a lot of things. I've learned a lot from him. He's a quiet man, but very, very Zen-like, a cerebral thinker, and he's quiet but superbly intelligent, and he has the most wonderful team in the town of Irvington. Team Irvington, is that what we call it? Team Irvington. And when this team gets going, they know how to win an election. So I'm very, very supportive. I will do everything I can to support him, to see him back in the office that he deserves. in every way, financially, and every other way that I can, to support his candidacy, because I believe in him as an individual and as a public official, as a man, a father, and every other way that I respect him extremely. Thank you very much, and good luck to you, Bilal Beasley.
Now, there's another part of that team that I feel live in Irvington. Because every time we're doing anything in the community of Township of Irvington, they are there. Even though she lives in the South Ward of Newark, she represents Irvington, just as if she lived in the Township of Irvington. I bring before you none other than Assemblywoman Clea Tucker.
Good afternoon. I just located a new place that's on the borderline of Irvington and Newark. And hopefully I'll be moving soon. But no, I do feel like I live in Irvington. I am a part of Irvington. When we started this journey in 2007, Irvington was the one that adopted me and took me in. So I'm very proud of my adopted family, and I will stand strong with my adopted family. And Bilal is such a wonderful person, and his whole family, they're just wonderful people. And I'm proud to be a part of that family and the Irvington team. It seems like that Bilal is such a quiet, gentle giant, and that's exactly what he is. He walks softly and he carries a big stick, and he gets the job done for the citizens of Essex County, the Township of Irvington. You can depend on Bilal Beasley. All you have to do is make that phone call, and as quiet as he may seem, he's working hard behind the scenes to get the job done, and that's why I will always stand with D.Bilal Beasley, and I just love him, and I will continue to work for you and work for the Township of Irvington.
Hi, this is Jacqueline Dorsey, and I'm reporting live from the Robert Treat Hotel downtown Newark for D.Bilal Beasley's fundraiser. And I'm standing here with Assemblywoman Cleopatra Tucker.
Hi, how are you?
I'm wonderful, and everything looks pretty good. So you're here to support D.Bilal Beasley. Tell everyone why you're here.
I'm here because Bilal's running for re-election for the Freeholder in Essex County, and I'm here to offer my support. We've been working together for several years on several different events and different activities throughout Irvington and Newark, and I'm just here to offer my support because our family's been working together for years.
Okay, so for those of you who don't know who this woman is, like I said, this is Cleopatra Tucker. She's an Assemblywoman. And tell everyone what it is that you do for those that do not know.
Well, I represent the 28th District for the legislature, and I represent the Township of Irvington, parts of Newark, Bloomfield, Belleville. And we go to Trenton and we make laws, and we do public hearings on different events, different things that come about in the state where you need, like education. We hold hearings on education, hearings on mental health issues, and I'm on the Human Service Committee and the Veterans Committee.
Okay, she said a mouthful. None other than Assemblywoman Cleopatra Tucker, here to support D.Bilal Beasley for re-election this coming June.
Or to acknowledge some special guests.
Thank you, Andrea. I'm asking Ron Brown, who accepted the responsibility going back, but we want to acknowledge people who work hard or harder in service to our community in Essex. But I didn't want someone who really does a lot of the heavy lifting when it comes to the freeholders' ability to keep up with the legislation, to keep up with all of our duties related to representing the more than 800,000 people throughout Essex County. And before they stay on point, I'm just glad that they had taken out the time to stop by and be with us in this day of Florida.
Thank you, Honorable Freeholder Beasley. It is, Freeholder Beasley and all the freeholders are elected to serve you. and I have been appointed, and my staff that supports the freeholders work very hard so they can be effective in delivering the service that you require, demand, and should receive. So I'm very humbled by the role and responsibility that sits with me and my staff to support the freeholders so they can get the job done. And the only reason, Freeholder Beasley, that I'm leaving, because I would not leave, because we enjoy being here and supporting you, is that, as you stated, I'm running for elected office, and in South Orange, we're nonpartisan election, and my election is Tuesday. So I have to run to an event so people remember who I am tonight. So I know that people are going to turn out and support you, and we as your staff will continue to do the work so that you can continue to serve your constituents. And anything you need, Freeholder, and you ask of us, we are more than happy to do.
Thank you. I'm going to bring Andrea back on. She's going to introduce some very important people in the Township of Irvington. It means a lot to me, not only in government, but also.
Thank you, Freeholder. Next, for acknowledgement of special guests and honorees, and dignitaries, we're going to have Ron Brown.
Thank you. It's my privilege to introduce and acknowledge the people here tonight. Of course, we saw the Essex County Executive Joseph Divincenzo, the Essex County Democratic Chair Phil Thigpen, the Honorable Assemblyperson Ralph Caputo, and Cleo Tucker. I'm not sure if they're still here. Freeholder Donald Payne and Councilman, Freeholder Pat Siebel, the Clerk Deborah Ford, we just acknowledged and spoken about, Irvington's Mayor Wayne Smith, Councilwoman Sandy Jones, Councilwoman Levy Jones, and Councilwoman Andrea McElroy. We also have the Irvington School Board President Paul Inman here. We have the Vice President Tony Voss. We have our Renee Burgess, Darlene Reeves, Richard Williams, Sean Evans, and Joseph Selwyn, who are our board members. We have the Housing Commission Chair, Linnell Jackson is here. We have Stacy Fowson from the Housing Authority. We had Irvington Fire Chief Gary Shumlin. We had Dr. Panish, who is the chairperson for the Chamber of Commerce. He's the foundation chair. We have a number of distinguished people who are here right now. We have the law firm of Hunt, Hammond, and Ridley standing around. There they are. And we have a host of other people who we recognize, but most important, we recognize the people who came out tonight. And if there's any other elected officials here, I didn't mention your name, just raise your hand, I'll come over and yell out your name for you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ron. Ladies and gentlemen, last week we had our Board of Education election, and one thing that we all have learned from Freeholder Beasley is that all politics are local. And the most important election is our Board of Education election, because that's our future. That's one of the edicts that he has ingrained in each of us over the many years. And he always takes that election seriously. So at this time, I would like to bring up, well, the majority of the board is here. So I'm going to ask all of the board members to come forward. And I'd like to introduce the Vice President of the Irvington Board of Education, Mr. Anthony Barton.
Well, good evening, everyone. It's definitely an honor and a privilege to be here tonight. First of all, I would like to commend my board members and everyone in this room for the election that we ran last week, and they were victorious. Let's give them a round of applause. Kind of serving as what I like to say triple duty. I was the campaign manager for the board campaign, and I'm also the campaign manager for D.Bilal Beasley's re-election efforts to be re-elected to the Freeholder Board. We need representation in Irvington on that Freeholder Board, and I'm asking all of you to do everything in your power